Hi guys, welcome back. Hey, let's get into this. I'm going to take a look at the today's topic for the 4th. All right, so we started with the King of Pentacles, which is the energy of possibly a divine masculine. Doesn't have to be, but right now we'll say him. This is someone who's packed up their belongings or downsized to only what's necessary, and he's on the move. He's got an idea of what he wants to give, where he wants to give. This could be someone who wants to become somebody's King of Pentacles, possibly a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. Wow, Knight of Swords, Three of Pentacles. Okay, I'm actually going to stick with that. I could have gone in a lot of different directions with this, but he has swiftly made a decision and he's moving. So we have a divine masculine that is packed up and moving. And I mean, he's hell bent on this. He's actually wanted to do this for a really long time, but possibly kept having to put it off, had other things he had to spend all of his money to give to instead of being able to move forward. And then here comes another thing, another expense, or another person who he had to assist. And so then it's like, okay, I still can't. He's been ready to do this for a while and then had to keep pausing. It's like a full start and then pull back, full start and pull back. But it wasn't ever from lack of knowing where he wanted to be. It wasn't from lack of, desire or intention. It was because other things popped up that he had to give his energy to. What were those two other things that popped up first? High Priestess. It was something that I think he guessed. I'm probably going to have a delay. There's no way this is going to go so smooth. I'm going to have some kind of a delay. Magician. It feels like he had to plan this out better. Even like he was tested by the universe to say, really? How bad do you want it? What are you willing to do to make sure that you can get this to happen? What is it that you're willing to put your energy into to make happen? Because you will have to go ahead and put your energy toward this. King of Swords. So he's needed to and had to figure out on his own mindset. He's needed to figure out his clarity, his single-minded devotion to something. Whatever his setback was, it's because his plan wasn't good enough yet. And it could have even been that a family member, possibly a mother figure or someone, like looked at what he was doing and was like, you're about to do this, but do you really think that you're organized enough for this? And it might have been all in his greatest and highest good that this, plan that he had was blocked because he had to go back to the drawing board and think about it and even ask himself, do I really want to do this? Do I want to move here? Do I want to do this thing? So that was the first obstacle. What was the second? Because he had two different times when he had to pause. Five of Swords. There could have been some kind of family conflict, something that he had to get involved in, some kind of external world. This could be, the world is full of change and, all kinds of drama all the time. And it wasn't, again, nothing has ever shaken his decision to do this, but rather his plan has been refined again and again. And so these delays have been well worth it. At this point, are there any more delays, or is he's poised, ready to start watering this. There he goes. He's ready to go ahead and pour himself into this. Four of Pentacles. Hang on, because Four of Pentacles can be still somebody wants to hold him back. This can be an ex who's like demanding more money, more alimony. This can be a situation that comes up out of nowhere. Are you really going to be free of this? We've got the Page of Wands in the reverse. I almost feel like, is he going to experience one more delay, even though, the 4th was supposed to be the day where there's no more delays? How's he going to handle that? Because he thinks that everything is in order now. I can finally do this. Queen of Cups in the reverse. He's definitely going to be dealing with a karmic. And how do you deal with a karmic who decides that they're going to latch on and stay latched on? Karmic energy is that cyclical thing that if we don't make a change in the way we handle it, that thing is not going to change. It's going to keep doing whatever it's been used to doing, right? So hopefully he sees that the only way through this one is to deal with the karmic differently. We have a Two of Pentacles. We got the Nine of Wands. he's going to not let it bother him. Look, somebody cannot hold on to you and control you if you say, I'm not going to let that hold on and control me. I can let this go. So I kind of feel like he'll be able to release this fully and completely. But yes, it is a bit of a hurdle for him. It is a bit of a problem for him. But I don't think this time, I think third time's a charm. Yes, there is one more blockage coming in, but maybe that's why the universe was like, hey, let's make sure that you have this planned out really well. Let's make sure, let's test you a little bit. You sure you know what you want? You want to make sure that the plan that you put in place to move, to travel, to go toward the life that you want, you need to be 10,000% invested in it. You need to have clarity on what you're doing, why you're doing it, and be determined. And then, if there is another setback, which there already was, it's maybe it's beyond your control, but all it does is make you more resolute that I'm going to make sure that I can do this. And then when the third setback comes up, instead of it, making him go, oh man, now I got to deal with this karmic who wants to control something, or they're showing up out of nowhere and demanding, money, finances, something. He's not going to be even daunted by it. It's going to be like, well, it's fine that the karmic wants what they want, but I have another life that I'm headed to. I don't feel responsible for a karmic's wants, desires, or demands. This is him transforming, right? He's looking toward his own life now. So I'm going to say on the 4th, his plans have finally come together. He's finally ready to go ahead and take action. Where is he going? Where is he going? Because we can see with that 2 of Pentacles, I know it's not a 2 of Cups, but I usually want to read it like it's a 2 of Cups. We have the Knight of Pentacles and we have the 8 of Pentacles. It's definitely him moving. It's definitely him traveling. He'd already got his suitcase. He's got it slung over his shoulder now as like a knapsack. And he is slowly but surely possibly moving toward a fellow earth energy. This is all earth, earth, earth all over the place. And we still have this feminine who's kind of like, it's been so long that she's kind of buried in like growth herself. She could actually be doing very well financially. Who is she to you? 8 of Swords, the World in the reverse. The person he never forgot about, but also the person he could never get to. That 8 of Swords was like, I was always trapped away from her. And yet we never had closure. We also never got to be married. We never got to start a life together. This is the relationship that somehow just got put on ice for a very, very, very long time, from what I can tell. If he's ready to finally make those moves on the 4th, okay, and he is with the 6 of Cups. He's moving toward her. This is him returning to a soulmate. Is he arriving on the 4th? I'm tired of these stories where it's like, oh, they're gonna, but then it's still not. It's like, come on, let's see what happens when they arrive, but I don't get to pick the cards, so I got to quit being so mouthy, right? We got the 6 of Pentacles. This says, yeah, I actually, what I really think is, no, he's going to be traveling on the 4th, but this doesn't happen till the 6th, just because we got double 6s here. I don't feel like, maybe I should say not till June the 6th, but I get the 6th on this. That could be an important day. That could be, if he's returning to a soulmate where they have had this relationship on hold for so very long. This could be like an anniversary date of back when they first met, and finally it's come back around. Maybe there's also a serendipitous, like this was the original day that we met many years ago, even though nothing was possible back then, but here we are now. There is some kind of like, it's come full circle. That's what I want to say, because you can see all the hands are in a circle and the heart is smack dab in the middle. 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. This is giving together, working together, being together. So I want to say this is the message for the 4th, but what really plays out is that leap of faith on the 6th. We don't usually get an extra, message for the future, in one day that's actually also intended for the, the future, but that's what we got on this one. Strong Aries energy. This is, all I can say is he's ready to take this leap. He's ready to go ahead and go for this. And there he is, King of Swords again, upright, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. 100% certain about what he's doing, where he's going, what he wants when he gets there. Okay, so you are taking this leap towards your soulmate, and what are you doing with your soulmate? Wheel of Fortune, Two of Swords. He's like saying it's finally time. All those blockages, all the problems, we've got like a whole police force here standing in front of this. He's saying finally there is no more blockage. I mean, unless she wants to block it. Otherwise, there's no more blockage. This is finally the right time for absolutely everything. I would say then that this is him, laying it out like, here's what I'm here for. Okay, the Lovers. I know we're reading for the 4th, but I feel like on the 6th, especially because once again, this is card 6, I feel like they are ready to be in a romantic, he is certainly ready to be in a lover's embrace with her. There is nothing holding this back unless she doesn't want him, is I think what his decision is. I know what I'm going to come in and say. I want to be with you. I have no more blockages. It's all systems go unless you don't want me. And that's it. It's that simple. There isn't anything else like I'm here to stay. Here's where I am. But again, that doesn't happen until the 6th. Crazy. Okay. I'm going to leave that there. We're going to keep it short and sweet and wish him luck. I don't know how it's going to be. I don't know if she's going to want him back or what, but this was really his story on the 4th of the choices that he's making. And thankfully, we saw him not getting deterred by a karmic. And maybe that is the biggest change there is in his, like the way he handles stuff, is he doesn't get deterred by a karmic again. All right. And then I want to pull a card for someone whose birthday is on the 4th. What's the message for a birthday of the 4th? King of Swords. Wow. We're just going to keep rolling with this decisive, serious intention, right? The Death card and the 6 of Pentacles. I can't help it that this seems like it flows with the entire story that we just got. The message for someone whose birthday is on the 4th is, opening up one's crown chakra is a terrific idea because it allows there to be change. And where there is change, there are new opportunities to give and to receive. Now, this could, in keeping with the storyline, we could have a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius who very divinely guided. They have made some significant changes in their life because they started listening to their higher self. And now all things are possible to be able to give and receive in love, be able to build the kind of life and the kind of relationship that they want to have. It's finally all possible. And this was not possible before. So wonderful changes, wonderful new possibilities that did not exist previously. So it's a great birthday message about change and transformation that allows for a timeline to shift and for unity and togetherness to now be a real possibility, all because someone's crown chakra opened, which opened up any blockages or any preconceived notions that they weren't allowed to move forward and get what they wanted in life. And I would just say this, lots of times in life, I think that that's possibly pretty accurate. Like, we are our greatest obstacles. We assume that we can't do certain things. Nobody else said we couldn't, but we decide we can't. And this is King of Swords not allowing that to be his story. All right, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing.